Okay, that's it, I guess. Yeah, so let me introduce myself. I'm Praveen. I have been working on Dynamic 365 and Power Platform for more than 10 years. So I train Dynamic 365, Power Platform, and all the products on Power Platform. So let's get started. Today, since most of the members are new, I wanted to give an introduction on Power Platform ecosystem. Okay, so let me just go to Power Platform. Okay, so what is Power Platform? Okay. So Power Platform is basically uh, it is an ecosystem using which we can build enterprise or business applications. Okay, so you could ask me like, what is the um, difference between the platforms wherein we can build custom applications, and also between the Power Platform. Okay, the Power Platform helps us to build applications in a rapid fashion. Okay, because the Power Platform is completely integrated or built on the ecosystem of Microsoft stack. Okay, when I say Microsoft stack, it is tightly integrated with Office, Microsoft Office, and Azure, which is the cloud uh, 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 infrastructure of Microsoft, using which we can build um, our business applications in a rapid fashion. Okay, so if you see this is a ecosystem, right? It contains these key products. When I say products, within the Power Platform ecosystem, we have Power BI, which is used to build the reports or dashboards. Okay, and Power Apps. So as I said, Power Apps will help you to build applications, the custom applications or your business solutions in a rapid fashion with low or no code. So if you take a .NET or Java framework, you have to build applications from scratch, right? You need to write code for each and every control in the application. But Power Platform, you can using Power Platform, you can build an app within a day or a week. Okay, if the scale is more, then it may take a while. But as opposed to uh, other platforms that I mentioned, .NET or Java, I mean, you can build an app within a day also, but it is not the same with other framework. It could take a month or an year also based on the complexity. Okay, so Power Apps will help you to build applications with low or no code. Okay, even citizen developers. When I say citizen developers who don't have core technical expertise, okay, they can build applications themselves without much support or without much technical expertise. Okay, and the other key product is Power Automate. Okay, this is a very powerful tool is used to um, process your automations, like to automate your any business processes. Okay, if you have any business process in your organization and which are manually done, then using Power Automate you can automate all your processes. Okay, so if you want to send emails to all your colleagues, all your employees on their birthdays, how do you do that? You don't send, you basically we send emails using our email, right? But it can also be automated. Okay, on their birthday, system automatically sends an email wishing them. That is just an example. Okay? But we can do hundred many things using Power Automate, which is part of our Power Platform ecosystem. And the other one is Power Virtual Agents. Okay, Power Virtual Agents. It is a product using which we can build chatbots. Okay, this is for interaction with our customers. Okay, when they have any issues, using using our processes. I mean, if they have any complaints, they need to raise complaints using a medium, right? So we can also build those chatbots using this framework, which is Power Virtual Agents. And Power Pages, this is a recent addition to the Power Platform ecosystem, which is basically to build
So I'm
customer
unable to
interface.
see your screen. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm not sure whether it's for me only or not able to see the screen with. I'm not sure with others.
You are not sharing, man. You are not sharing.
Yeah, yeah. If you're sharing something, we are not able.
Sorry. I'm extremely sorry. Do you see that?
Yeah, I can see now. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So as I mentioned, we have in the Power Platform ecosystem, we have 5 key products. Okay. These are the key verticals of the Power Platform ecosystem. Okay. First one is the Power BI, which is used to build dashboards or reports. Okay. So if you have um, a warehouse, data warehouse, I mean, so then you on if you want to build reports for the data warehouse, and you can use Power BI to connect to that warehouse and then show insights out of the data. Okay. And Power Apps, as I mentioned, if you want to build um, very uh, lightweight or um organization business specific applications with low or no code. Okay, when I say low code, you do not need to have core expertise or technical knowledge to build those apps. Okay, you can build apps in rapid fashion. Okay, so you can build an app in a week or in days also, but it is not the same case when you build apps using .NET or Java frameworks. Okay, it could take months or years. With Power Apps, I can build an app in 10 minutes also. Okay? So it is that rapid. And Power Automate, as I mentioned, if you have any business processes to automate using this Power Automate service, you can automate all your processes. I gave you an example of sending emails to your colleagues on their birthdays. Okay, that is an automated process. Likewise, you can build all your organization business processes, automate them. Power Virtual Agent, this is like a chatbot. Like if you have a HD, suppose for HDFC Bank, we have a chatbot to raise our complaints. And likewise, we can also have a chatbot embedded on the application so that our the customers can directly raise complaints. We can also embed this chatbot on their website so that they can raise complaints, which will which can be integrated to our Dynamics or our database, so that when a complaint is raised, the the concerned action can be taken. Power Pages, as I said, this is a recent addition to the Power Platform ecosystem. Power Pages, in order to understand Power Pages, you need to understand the Dataverse more. Okay. So on top of Dataverse, we can build a customer interfacing website. Okay. Uh, Using Power Pages. Okay. We can discuss about this later, but this is just remember, like, Power Pages will help you to build customer interfacing websites on top of Dataverse. Okay, but we have not discussed about the Dataverse, right? So Dataverse, okay, earlier we used to call it as Dynamic 365. Okay, Dynamic 365. It is again a business application platform wherein we can implement sales, customer service, and marketing processes. Okay? We also have Dynamic 365, which is part of Power Platform, but there is a rebranding to Dynamic 365 So what the database of Dynamic 365. Okay, earlier we used to just call it as the Dynamic 365 only, but the database is rebranded as Dataverse. Okay, when I say Dataverse, it is nothing but the database of Dynamic 365. So it is not just the database; there are more layers to the database. Okay, so as I said, the Power Pages is built on top of the Dataverse. Okay, we will discuss about the Dataverse more. Okay, so here you also see the data connectors and AI builder, right? So using, in this ecosystem, when you have an ecosystem, what is the core to the ecosystem? I said you can build dashboards, Power Apps, processes, and all, right? But what is the key thing that is required to all? That is the data, right? You need to first have the data. Okay, that is key to all these ecosystem. So, when I say data, in real time, the data is not stored in one place. Okay, you might be having data in your Excel, in your OneDrive, and SQL database. You can also have your data on Facebook, WhatsApp. It could be on any source. Okay, so when you have data on multiple sources, and when you're building apps, you need to get all your data and put it in one place, right? Then only you can build any apps or any reports out of it. So in this, the in Power Platform, we have an ecosystem wherein we can connect with more than 500 data sources. Okay, Power Platform can connect to 500 data sources and get the data. So that is the advantage. Okay, using Power Platform, it's not that simple. Power Platform can connect to Facebook, WhatsApp, anything. As I said, there are 500 data sources from which we can pull the data and put it in Power Platform and build the apps or reports, whatever you want. Okay, it is that sophisticated and powerful. Okay, so any questions so far regarding Power Platform ecosystem before we move ahead? No questions?
Yeah, could you go back to the previous slide? I just want to see what
Okay. It is just the agenda.
okay. So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, Praveen, I have a question.
Yes,
Uh, if I'm going to learn this one, it will help to do the Microsoft Dynamics support roles.
definitely. We are going to learn more about the implementation rather than the support. Okay. So you are going to learn more, I would say.
Okay, this helps to do the support, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, okay, that's all. Thank you.
Yeah. So for this training, we are going to focus more on Dataverse. Okay. Yeah, we are going to focus more on Dataverse. And when I say Dataverse, it will also include Power Apps. Okay. Power Apps is the user interface, and Dataverse is going to be the actual backend, the database. Okay. So our scope is going to be on Power Apps and the Dataverse. Okay. So Power Apps, using Power Apps, you can build the different types of apps. But Dataverse is the database, actual database in which the data is stored. Okay. So all other products, these are helping product. But the thing is, in order to cover all these, we will cover some of it. Like we will cover Power Automate. Okay, and to some extent Power Pages also, but we won't be able to cover Power BI and Power Virtual Agents because the scope is very comprehensive and it will take a lot more time. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, now let us come back to the apps. Okay, so we talked about Power Apps, right? So let's see how we can access these Power Apps. Okay, So in order to access Power Apps, you need to have a license. Okay, Power Apps license. Okay. So when I say Power Apps license, so you need to create Microsoft Sales Trial D365 Sales Trial. Okay. So here is the link I will give you. You need to create a trial instance to access these Power Apps. Okay. I'm just pasting that link in the chat. Whoever has not got the license, just get it. So this is going to be a trial version. Okay. So you do not need to pay for this license. It is for free. So when you click try for free, it will ask for credentials. Okay. So you need to enter an email. Okay. So you need to sign up for it, and then it will ask for some details, and you will be able to provision a trial instance. Okay. When I say trial instance, the trial instance will be active for 30 days. After 30 days, you need to create one more. Okay. So that is how it is. So once you have the license, okay, so you can access, once you have the license active, so you can access these apps. So by using this URL make.powerapps.com. So this is the maker portal. We call this as a maker portal of Power Apps. Okay. So here on the top right hand side, you see environment. Okay. So when I say environment, okay, um, we talked about Dataverse, right? When Dataverse is nothing but the of database of this environment. Okay, when you create a trial instance, it will create an environment. Okay, environment is nothing but it will contain all your apps and data for a particular environment. Okay, so in a real time, for any real time applications, we will have different environments like developer environment, UAT environment, and production environment. Developer environment is used by developers to create their application. UAT, which is for business to validate the changes done by the developers. Okay, user acceptance testing. Okay, production is the environment where the live applications are deployed. Okay, so those applications are used by the business. Okay, so in order to maintain a separation between your data or applications for developers, business, and the live environment, we maintain these kind of environments, right? So likewise, when you create a trial application, it will create a trial environment, which is sales trial environment. So one environment is associated with one database. It will contain only one database. Okay. So all your data and apps, all are deployed, are maintained in one environment only. Okay. One environment will contain one database. Okay. Simple as that. So here I also have a default environment. Okay, suppose this sales trial. Okay, when I say sales trial, this is a sales environment. Okay, I also mentioned about Dynamic 365, right? So I just need to explain a little more about Dynamic 365. Okay, so this is about Dynamic 365. Okay, so earlier, before this power ecosystem was built, okay, we used to have only Dynamics 365. Okay, so Dynamic 365 is nothing but it's a business app platform which will contains pre-built applications. Okay, when I say pre-built applications, it is similar to Power Apps only, but it will contain more um, um, uh, the pre-built processes. Like when I say process, sales processes, marketing processes, customer service, these are different kinds of processes, right? So earlier, um, so Microsoft used to offer these kind of apps, okay, sales, marketing, and customer service, like a package. Okay, now that time what happened is there were some businesses, okay, um, they had to spend around 60 or 70 dollars for each app. Okay, suppose if I want a sales app, okay, see our sales process for one business need, then I have to spend 60 or 70 dollars. Suppose say I want same Dynamic 365 offering, but I don't want that sales process. Okay, I don't have that kind of a complex process. Then I don't have something in place which can be um which can I mean which will meet my needs. Okay, I don't want all sales, marketing, or customer service. I just want a simple app for my custom process. I don't want sales or marketing. Then Microsoft was not in a position to offer that kind of a service. Okay, so that's why they came up with these Power Apps. Okay, Power Apps, you do not need to pay 50 or $60 for a simple app, okay, which doesn't contain sales or customer service, because Dynamic 365 offers only sales, marketing, customer service only. They were not offering any app, uh, any offering without these processes. Okay, when you get an offering from them, it will by default it will contain all these processes, and they have to pay all those 50 or $60 license. So when they had that problem, so they thought that okay, we have to do something for these small businesses which cannot afford um, those 50 or $60 license. That is when they came up with this idea wherein we can build apps, lightweight apps, okay, with $5 or $6 offerings. I mean, you can we have Power Apps licenses even for $5. Okay, so but whereas sales, customer service, and marketing, you need to pay 50 or $60 license only. Okay, is it clear? Like, why we have Power Apps and Dynamic 365? Dynamic 365 offers these kind of processes. Okay, sales, marketing, customer service, finance, and all. Whereas Power Apps, you can build your own processes. Okay, all it can be any custom process. Okay, without having to pay 50 or $60 license. So coming back to this one, so when I created a trial instance, this is a sales trial instance, so that is why it created a an environment called sales trial environment. Okay, but I can create whatever I app I want, but by default this came up with pre-built sales processes. Okay, when I say processes, okay, so this is the maker portal. If I want to see all the apps that are available in this environment, I can see it here. Suppose this is the app. So all these apps, all these are pre-built applications by Microsoft. Okay, if I want to use any app, okay, then I have to pay license for all these apps. Sales trial, omni-channel, all these are licensed apps. Okay, so sales trial. So this app, when you created this environment or instance, this came up with all these apps, right? So on the left hand side, you see all the sales processes like leads, opportunities, and forecast. Okay. So if I have to use all these processes, then I need to pay, like, the license cost starts from 50 or $60. It goes till $120 based on the offering. Suppose if I do not want any of these processes, I just want whatever the process that I want. I don't want leads or opportunity. I just want timesheet. Suppose I want to build an app for timesheet. Then I do not want to pay the fee, I mean the license cost for this process, right? Then that is when I go for these power apps, okay, and build my own app, okay. So suppose I want to build an app, okay. So before building any apps, okay, so I want to put all my data or the components in a solution, okay. So solution is a container of the components, okay. When I create an app or a table or a column, I'll put all of them in a container which is called a solution, okay. So demo solution, okay. Let me just create a container which is a solution. So I created it. So let me create an app, okay. So click new app. So let's discuss about different types of apps, but let me just create one app. Let me just name it accounts. So I'm just selecting account. So let me call this accounts management. So this is the app that I just built. How much time it took for me? Probably 3 minutes or 2 minutes. So I just built an app for account management in which we have accounts. On the right hand side, you see the list of accounts. Okay. So this is the rapid app development, right? I built an app within 2 minutes. But if I want to build the same app in a .NET or Java framework, it will take more than a month also, because I have to build everything from scratch. These buttons, this UI, this list, it will take more than a month. It could take 6-7 months also, because it is that complex. Because I have to build each and every functionality in the on the framework. Okay. So as I mentioned, so we can build apps in rapid fashion using this Power Apps framework. Okay. So and you can implement any of your business processes. There is no kind of a limitation like, okay, these processes can be built, this cannot be built, as such. You can build any of your organization processes. Okay. And 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 we don't have any problems in with respect to scaling also. Okay. Dataverse can store any number of records, or I mean there is no cap on the storage. Okay. All the data is stored, okay, in the Azure. Okay. The database that I'm talking about, the Dataverse, it is hosted on Azure, and it is highly available. So when I say Azure, the data is actually replicated when it is stored in Azure. So uh, it will be hosted. Suppose if you host it in American region, they will also replicate the data in a different region. Okay, so that if if there is any problem in one region, the data will be the servers will connect to another region and then bring the database up within seconds. Okay, so there is no issues with respect to the availability of the data, because your data is replicated and maintained in different regions. Okay, so all the ecosystem, when I say Power Platform, the data, everything is hosted on Microsoft Azure platform, which is highly available and which is highly scalable. Okay, with respect to data, no issues at all. You don't even see the apps going down even for a second. I never seen apps going down even for a minute. It is 24/7 available. Okay, and I just said we can create different types of apps, right? So when I was trying to create an app, I saw different types of apps: Canvas apps, model driven app, page. So when I say model driven app, the app that I just created is a model driven app. When I say model driven app, there is already a pre-built model for this. I just added an account list here, right? There is already a model. When I say model, so this is we call this as a command bar. Okay, there are already some commands with predefined actions. Okay, this is the button which is used to create a new record. This is the button create to delete the record. This is used to refresh the data. So these are all predefined actions, right? I have not built any of this. Okay, and this is the list. If I open this, this opens the data on a form. Okay, so there are already some sections and tabs. So what I am trying to say is there is already a model. Okay, there is already a database. Okay, and there is already an user interface which is already built for this app. That is why we call this as a model driven app. Okay, there is already a model and you are trying to use that model for your process and building everything on top of it. That is why it is called model driven app. So for model driven apps, the database is going to be always Dataverse. Okay, the Dataverse is the default database of the ecosystem, which is Dataverse. So you cannot use any other data source for model driven apps. Right? It is always going to be Dataverse, which is the database of Dynamic 365 or Power Platform, whatever it is. Whereas there is another type, right, which is Canvas app. When I say Canvas app, you have to build everything from scratch. Okay, suppose if there is a requirement wherein you want to build uh, some custom interfaces, okay, custom visuals. Okay, so when I say custom visuals, so here in a model driven app with respect to the UI, you cannot have you have some limitations. When I say limitations, you cannot change the font of this form. Okay, the font is always going to be this, you cannot change it. Okay, so when you have certain limitations with respect to the UI or any process, then you go for Canvas app, because Canvas app is like your .NET app. You build everything from scratch. Okay, then you go for, if you have any such custom requirement where you cannot use model driven apps, then you go for Canvas app, wherein you build everything uh, from scratch. Let me show you that. So create. So here, this is a Canvas app. Now there is nothing. This is all blank, right? There is nothing. When I build a model driven app, I mean, I have command bar, I have navigation bar on the left, and I have a list on the body, and I open it, there is a form that opens. Okay, but when it comes to Canvas app, there is nothing. It is all blank. Let me go here. Yeah, this is all blank. Okay, I first need to connect to the database. So I just need to, so here I need to search for my source. So for Canvas apps, you can connect to any data source, not just suppose if you have data in your SQL server, okay, you can connect to your SQL server and show the data on Canvas app. Okay, whereas model-driven apps, no, you cannot do. You can only connect to Dataverse and show the data. Okay, Canvas apps, you can connect to any data source that are available, data connectors, and you can integrate your data with the app. Okay, suppose let me connect to the Dataverse and show it.
Hey Praveen, just to interrupt here. So
Yes.
data-driven apps are like just templates, right?
Uh, Not a when I say template, yeah, there is already an interface, pre-built interface, using which you add all your custom solutions to that. You can either customize this or you can just use it for your to build your own processes.
Okay, so you mean to say that data-driven apps are like built by Microsoft, or is it like some other users has created and we utilize them?
No, no, no. It is a template for our interface. Okay, it is not built by someone. I mean, when I say apps, I mean there are pre-built apps for sales, customer service, marketing. Okay, I showed here, right? Let me show here. Okay, okay. So sales, marketing, customer service, there are already pre-built apps with a license uh, offering. Okay, you have to pay for the license. Like the license could start from 50, $60. That's why it is already pre-built. You have to pay for the license. Whereas uh, these power apps, these are lightweight apps. You can build everything from scratch,
Okay,
and the license starts from $5 to $20.
okay,
So let me just show you the difference. Okay, so here I see this is a sales trial app, right? The process is already there. We have leads, opportunities, forecast, account contacts, and everything. All the processes are already pre-built, and for this application, for this license, you have to pay for $60. I just built an app, right? This is the account app. Okay, I just have added the accounts. This is the interface, the uh, boilerplate on which I just added these accounts. Okay, for this app, I just need to pay 10 dollars or $20, not more than that, because I'm going to build all my processes from scratch.
okay.
Okay,
So for
do I make
model-driven
sense?
apps, we need to pay like $70 or so. The price is higher if we utilize the existing apps that we need to utilize for customizing ourselves, right?
Yeah, not in all cases. When you are using the sales, marketing, and customer service apps, then you have to pay for the license. Whereas in case you are building it from scratch, when I say model driven from scratch, there is already an interface built. You are just adding your processes. Then this license fees starts from $5 until $20 based
Okay.
on the number of apps that you use.
Yeah. So it's basically simple that these are templates. You need full form of template or you just need customized template. So if it is customized template like model driven apps, then it's less costly. And
Yes.
if it's already pre-built for everything, then we need to pay higher prices. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
And
It
whereas
all
the
comes
other
with
one
the
that you
license.
mentioned, yeah, whereas the other one that you mentioned, what's the other one?
There is no template.
Yeah,
Canvas
no
app.
template. Yeah, Canvas apps. It's like freestyle. We
Yes.
can manage whatever we want to hear, how the interface looks and everything.
Yes. There is no template, nothing. It is all blank. Now
Yeah.
this is the app. If I click, this is all blank, right? So I have to build everything from scratch. I have to insert my. So let me go here. I have to insert my text labels. I have to insert my vertical gallery. Okay. So I have to build everything from scratch here. So
And as you said, data-driven apps only connects to the Dataverse database that is hosted on the Azure platform, right?
Yes, yes.
Whereas for
The
the
model,
Canvas, okay,
yeah, yeah. Model driven apps are can only connect to the Dataverse. Okay, no other database. Okay,
okay.
but
Canvas, we can connect to any other database like MongoDB or anything, right?
anything, yes, you can connect
Even
to
it
any
is
data.
hosted in our local, it's not on cloud, it's on local premise. So we can host that as well into this platform. Is that what you understand?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Suppose you have the data in Excel file, then what you can do is you can put that Excel file in your SharePoint or OneDrive and then connect to the database. So here, if I go here, suppose say add your data. Okay, so here you can connect to the, whatever the data we have connectors here. Okay? All the data connectors. See all. So import from Excel also. Here you see all the connectors and whatever the connectors you as per the connection you will see the database and then you can put the you can access the table and then refer the table here. Suppose I am referring accounts table from Dataverse. Okay, likewise, you can connect to SQL Server and then access account table.
Okay.
Did I make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So I just built a list for accounts. Okay. So
A quick
likewise,
question for you. Can you connect to multiple sources at the same time? Let's say that you're connected to Dataverse and also you have another connector from the same,
yes,
thing, let's say using SQL Server, or maybe if you want to retrieve data for Salesforce. So
yes,
can
we
you
can
combine
connect.
all
We can
together,
connect. Yes, we can connect.
but for the same canvas?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. There is no restriction. Okay. If you need
So
to
so
into
is that will be possible how you can, I would say, link all of the data. Let's say that we have a customer number, and the customer number we have on our SQL Server tables, in our database, and also in our Salesforce data. So how can you make the link into this tool to let's say to provide the data we're looking for?
yeah. Um, so suppose say if you have data from multiple sources. Okay. So you need to put it on one table, right? Either it could be Excel or SQL Server. It should
Okay,
be
I
there
see.
on.
So the linkage has to be outside from the platform, and then from the platform you call to that reference table or the integrated table. Is that what you're telling me,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, perfect.
And in Dataverse also, we can, we have a concept called virtual tables. Okay. So in Dataverse also, you can connect to those external sources and read the data. Okay.
Hmm.
This is a concept. Okay. Suppose if you have data on SQL Server, okay, which you want to see it in a model driven app. So what we can do is we can create a table called virtual tables. Again, we will discuss about it in the next sessions, but I just want to give you an example. Okay, suppose you have employee data which is there in your SQL Server. Okay, so we can create a table of type virtual, and then read the data from SQL Server, and we can just display the data. We cannot modify it since the table is not physical. Instead, it is a virtual table. Okay, and then show the data in the Dataverse. Okay, so when the data is available in Dataverse, we can show it anywhere in the model-driven app or Canvas app. It doesn't matter. It is just that we cannot directly connect to the third party sources from the model driven app. Okay, but Dataverse can connect to third party uh, sources and then read the data in a read only fashion. Not you cannot modify it. Did I make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So we will focus more on model driven apps, okay, because we will also, I mean, in the final phase of this training, we will discuss about this Canvas app, but our focus is going to be more on model driven apps because it will actually have more concepts to cover, okay, more technical and functional concepts to cover, okay. 60 to 70% of the use cases, model driven apps are only used, okay, in real time business scenarios. 60 to 70 or more than that, model driven apps are only used. The other, I mean, Canvas is a very recent phenomena, okay. It was released around 4 years, I guess. Earlier it was only about the Dynamic 365, okay. Earlier it was Dynamic 365, but later it was rebranded to Power Apps. But still, model driven apps are, are I mean, more in number, okay. I mean, when it comes to the business share and all. Coming to the, I mean, I just want to talk about this model driven app structure and all. I mean, what are all the, I mean, the UI interface components. So if you see the model driven app, so here you see the accounts, which is the app name, okay. If you click, so here you still see Dynamic 365, okay. Whether is since this is Dynamic 365 license, it is showing Dynamic 365. Suppose if we just Power Apps, then it doesn't show Dynamic 365, okay. Since I am using Dynamic 365 trial license, it is showing Dynamic 365. But if you are using just Power Apps license, it doesn't show anything like that. So this is the app name. When you just click accounts, you see all the apps that are available in this environment, all the model driven apps, only model driven apps that are created are available in this environment, okay. And these are different actions, like this is a search bar. If you want to search the data available in the database, okay, if you want to search it by any keyword and anything, you search it using this icon. And if there are any notifications, okay, we can also push notifications using these apps, okay. So if there are any important notifications for the users or for the entire organization, you can push notifications. So this is the notifications bar. And if you want to create, we call this as a quick create. So here, if you want to create records in a quick create fashion, then we can use this icon. And this is the filter bar, like we call this as advanced find. If you want to pull data out of the existing tables, then we use this bar. If I want to pull data, like I can apply the filters out of my table and then pull the data, okay. We will discuss more about this in the next sessions. And if you want to access the configurations and settings, then you use the settings bar. And if you need any help related to the application, like any documentation and all, then this is the help button. uh, we can also integrate Teams with our applications, okay, without having to go to Microsoft Teams and then ping our colleagues. We can directly ping it from here, okay. We can this is called Teams Collaborate. And this is your profile icon, where you can see your username and account details. If you want to sign out, you can click sign out, okay. And this is the command bar, okay. When I say command bar, it contains all the buttons that contains actions, okay, as I already explained, like new button, delete, refresh and all. So this is called command bar, which contains group of commands or actions, okay. So here you can see the command bar for exporting data or importing data and all. On the left hand side, you see this is called the navigation bar, wherein you will have the links to the tables or the list, okay. So when I click accounts, on the right hand side I see the list of accounts, okay. So we call this as a view or a grid. You can call it anything. So if I just click any record, it opens a form. Okay, I'm showing all the data in a form. I call this as a form. So, and as I said, you can add as many tables as you want on the navigation bar. Okay, so I just added account. We can add more. And let me open one of the record. So as I said, this is the account form. Okay, so we can have as many forms as you want. So when I say form, it is used to interact with our data, okay, the record data. So if you want to change the data, or, I mean, if you just want to create a account, it opens uh, a new form. Okay, create form. You enter the data and save it. Okay, so this is the create form, whereas this is the update form. It is the same form, but the state is different. Earlier it was create, now it is update form, wherein you can update the existing record. So again, this is a command bar. Okay, so this is the command bar of the form. Okay, whereas this is the command bar of the list. This is the list command bar, and this is the record command bar or form command bar. The actions are different for one record or multiple records. Okay, so that's why we have two different command bars. So this is the form. Okay, so this is pretty much about the app. Okay, an app will contain multiple entities. Okay, you can add as many entities as you want to interact with your data. Okay, so that is pretty much about the app. So any questions? We will discuss more about these components in the later classes, but I just wanted you to show like how to create an app or a model driven app within no time. So that is
Can
the idea
we
behind yeah.
can we customize this command bar and the layout of this form?
Yes, very much, very much. This is all customizable. Okay, so I mean the form, the labels, the command bars, this navigation. Okay, everything is customizable.
Yeah, hello, Praveen.
Yeah. So who is asking the question?
Santosh.
Is it yes, Santosh.
Yeah, the link which you have given in the chat, is that a developer trial or?
Yeah, you can also, I mean, so using the trial version, so this will expire in 30 days. But
30 days,
using a
yeah. If
developer
it is
version,
developer, yeah.
it will,
Yeah,
yeah, it will be active. The account will be active for 6 months. Okay. So what you
yeah.
can do is
But we
you
can
can use
do it
that
is
account.
in 30 days we have to
Yes.
use it, yeah.
The account will be active for 6 months, but the environment will be active only for 30 days. Okay. So let me give you the link. Microsoft D365 developer. Okay. So first you create an account and then use that account to create the trial version. Okay. Developer program. So let me give you the link. Okay. You first create an account and then use that account to create the trial version. Yeah. This is the link to create a developer account. Any more questions?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh,
Yeah, Praveen here, Ranjit here. So I just want to know like the CS that you are sharing, right?
mhm.
Dynamic 365. Is that a dashboard kind or what is it?
Which one?
Dynamic
This
CS that
one?
you yeah, 365.
This one?
Yeah, Dynamic
Yeah,
365.
this one. Yeah, Dynamic 365 is a business application platform. Okay, Microsoft Business Applications Development Platform. Okay, so Dynamic 365 offers apps. with predefined processes like sales, customer service, marketing. Okay. So it offers applications that are pre-built that comes with a license. Okay. Again, it also have in Power. Later, it was rebranded to Power Platform, which contains different products like Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, and all. So Dynamic 365 is still there. It is just that they have added a new product with different branding. Okay, so
Okay.
Power
So
Apps is nothing but a lighter version of Dynamic 365. That's
okay. So in Salesforce,
lightweight.
are you gonna use Dynamic 365 or Power Apps?
In Salesforce for sales, right? Okay, Dynamic 365 only. Yeah, you cannot use Power Apps for sales. So when I say sales, whatever the sales that is offered by Microsoft, okay, then that comes with Dynamic 365 only. If you want to build your own sales, okay, you don't want to use Microsoft Sales app, but if you want to use your own sales, then you can go for Power Apps and build it
Okay.
with
So
$5 or $10 license.
okay.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah. Somehow. Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah,
Praveen.
I mean, if you're not still not clear, yeah, just tell me.
Hi,
I'll just
Praveen. I have a quick question. Sorry. So when you say
hi.
$5 and $5, hello?
Yes, Kiki, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, great. I say when you say $5 per license, is it per license per month or every time?
Per month, per
Okay,
month, per app, per user.
okay,
It is per user, per app, per month.
okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, hi Praveen. How many days the course?
It will be around 30 days. So 30 days diction.
So this 30 days will finish the entire course of like Salesforce CRM and cloud, whatever, right?
As I mentioned, our scope is going to be mostly on the Power Apps. Okay, Power Apps and Dataverse. Okay, so let me just show this thing. So we are going to cover Power Apps, Power Automate, and Dataverse. So these three things we mostly focus on.
So does that mean like after end of this course, can we go and apply for as a Dynamics 365 developer? I
Yes,
mean,
you can
for,
apply. You can say Power Platform Consultant. You can say Power Platform Consultant. Okay, that is
okay.
more
Is there any
relevant. But
difference
you
to
can
is there any difference to Microsoft? I mean, Dynamics 365 developer and Power App consultant, the
when I
job
say
that
Dynamic 360, yeah, no, not really much. So when I say Dynamic 365, it only includes okay, sales, customer service, marketing, and all. Okay, when
are
you
we
say
going
Power,
to learn those here? That sales
not
or
much.
any? Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are going to discuss more about technical aspects. Okay, when I say sales, customer service, those are functional processes. Those are functional aspects of the
No,
Dynamic
o-
365.
okay. Are we? I mean, after this course, are we able to do customization or maintain those sales app or customer portal?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, exactly, yes. So we will train you in such a way that you can customize any app, not just sales, customer service, or anything. So that will be across all the business processes. When you learn technical things, you can customize any app. Functional, yeah, you have to learn it again, because functional will be different for different processes. Okay, so
Mhm. Yeah.
so I showed you this one, right? So we have so many functional apps within Dynamic 365. We
Yeah.
won't be able to cover all these processes because functional aspects are different. But
Mm.
when you learn technical, you can customize any of these applications,
Oh,
because technical aspects are same for all these apps.
yeah.
Most of the apps, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, Praveen. So with this course, we do we have to obtain the MB 210 certification as well?
Um, for
Or
the
no?
course, I mean, the certification is not part of the course, but it will definitely, I mean, this training will definitely help you to complete the certification.
Okay, so I was just saying I do understand. So as part of building a resume, putting this experience, like the training that we're learning in there, that would be also great to add a certification, right? Or do we don't need to get a certification?
We better get a certification because
Okay,
it matters. It matters.
okay, okay. Thank you.
So, Praveen, I just had a question, a dumb question probably. So,
Mm.
are we learning Salesforce as a first step of this as Power Apps? What do you mean by
You are
Sales? Like, what kind of tools we need to learn as part of Salesforce?
this is not actually Salesforce. Okay, so Salesforce is a different product. Okay, offered by Salesforce company. This is Dynamic 365, our Power Platform. Okay,
Okay, which does the
so
same. Salesforce has the same. Thing.
yeah, it's a competitor. Yeah, Dynamic 365 is a competitor to Salesforce. Okay,
Okay,
so yeah, so whatever the offerings, okay, I showed you, all these offerings, okay, are also offered by Salesforce. Okay,
okay,
so later these are all licensed, highly licensed. Okay, so that's why Microsoft come up with a ecosystem wherein you can build apps with uh, uh, low code or no code. In order to build these apps, you need to have core technical expertise. Okay, core
okay,
developer skills. But if you want to build power apps, you do not need to have core technical knowledge. Okay, you can build with no or low code. Okay, with configurable coding and all, you can build these apps.
okay.
Okay.
So, so in 1 month we're gonna learn this Power Apps and Dataverse and Dynamic 365, right?
Yes,
So,
exactly.
so after
Yeah.
learning this, what kind of opportunities can we expect in this? And yeah, so what is
Opportunities.
the
Yeah.
market right now for this?
Yeah. The market is, I mean, it is very good, I would say. I mean, when you go to any, I mean, go to LinkedIn or Naukri or any job portal, you will see a lot of opportunities around Dynamic 365 or Power Platform.
Okay,
I mean, you will also see jobs around Power Automate also. Okay, because since this is a automation service, so you will also find jobs for Power Automate. Okay, so job market is very, I mean, it is very promising. Okay,
okay,
and you can I mean, you can consult with others also. Not Don't just go by my word. If you have someone who is working in Power Platform, just consult with them and get their opinion. Okay,
yeah,
and it will always be positive for sure.
yeah, sure.
Okay,
Thanks.
so after completing Power Platform Dynamic 365, you will be called a consultant. Okay, a technical consultant. Okay, so
Okay. So do we need any coding experience for this or uh,
uh,
no?
yeah, so as I said, I mean, you can build apps with low code or no code, and also for customizing Dynamic 365, I mean, apps and all features, you also need some core technical expertise. But that is only required if you are going to work on those modules like sales, customer service, and all. If you want to build low code or no code apps, Power Apps, you do not need core technical expertise. You can build with minimal configurable coding and all. So,
Okay. So
lo-
okay, what kind of code do we need to learn? If suppose if we want to go for the core,
core technical, like,
yeah.
okay, you need to learn JavaScript, okay,
Okay.
C Sharp,
Okay.
HTML. So, these three things are uh, core aspects of Dynamic 365
Yeah. Sure.
technical components. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else before we wind up?
And the fresher, is there any job opening? How is the market for freshers?
Yeah, so I mean, for freshers, I would say, I mean, it's not that much. I mean, generally, Power Platform, it's like any other, I mean, stack only, Dikshit. So, I mean, suppose if you are going for a Java, if you are a Java developer, I mean, if you are a fresher, then it is the same as other stacks, technology stack. It's not very different from others. Okay, it is the same thing here. So, but the opportunities are more, I would say. Okay, so the opportunities are increasing because the license cost and implementation cost is very less. Okay, that's why people prefer um, these ecosystem. Because so when you are using, I mean, in every organization, they use Microsoft Office, right? 99% of the organization, they use Microsoft Office. So when they are using Microsoft Office, Microsoft provides you these licenses with discounts. Okay, they will say, okay, we are also offering these products. Why don't you buy it if you have any requirement? So they will offer with lot of competitive prices, so that it is very easy to adapt to this ecosystem, because they already have the Microsoft Office and it is completely integrated with it. But when you go for I mean, any competitive product like Salesforce and all, that is not built on Microsoft Office. It is not tightly integrated. You have to build integrations with the Microsoft Office or Microsoft Outlook or anything. So that's why my small organizations prefer Power Platform, because it is very easy to use and integrate. Did I answer a question, Dikshit?
Yes.
That's all. That's all for me. So if
Praveen,
you don't have, yes, yes,
uh,
Lakshmi.
one last question. Is the course uh, covered with the content you gave, right? Basic and advanced customizations in MS Dynamic CRM, entity customizations, all these things
Mm-hmm.
you're going to cover, right?
Yeah, yeah, we are going to cover.
Descriptive.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is just a introduction class. Yeah, this is
Okay.
just an introduction class.
Uh, Can you please share that content again, like the course content, what we are going to do?
Sure, we will share it. Yeah, we'll share it. Thanks everyone. Um, have a good night.